It was the most difficult trade I've ever made in my career as a manager.
He's trying to do things to make the team better for the future.
I'm very excited, and the trade is very positive for my point of view.
He came to Toronto under the toughest of circumstances. A 23-year-old traded for the franchise's longtime captain, then replacing one of the most revered Leafs of all time as captain just 3 years later.
I think I'm ready for the leadership role, and I think I'm going to do a pretty good job.
He took the torch and skated with it like no one else in team history.
Sundin makes his shot, gets in tight and scores! Sundin working to the net, scores! Here's Sundin, he's in there, he scores!
For all his personal success, it wasn't until Sundin's 5th season in Toronto that he led the Leafs past the first round of the playoffs. Sundin then guided the Leafs to 6 straight trips to the postseason, including 2 conference final berths. His playoff years will be remembered for a run of success against the Senators.
Thomas gave it to Sundin, they go up the net, Sundin scores! That's Sundin, bullet shot, and the Toronto Maple Leafs win the first game of the best of 7.
But just like the players he replaced, Sundin couldn't carry the Leafs into the Stanley Cup final.
The Buffalo Sabres are going to move on to the Stanley Cup final.
Sundin has received criticism over the years in the hockey hotbed of Toronto. To many Leaf fans, he has not struck a chord like his predecessors. Not as tenacious as Clark, not as passionate as Gilmore. But despite never having an elite winger by his side, the man who has represented Toronto in the All-Star game 9 times has never stopped producing. 11 straight 70-point seasons.
In on the line for Sundin to Holtman, pull back to Sundin who scores!
An NHL record, 15 overtime goals.
And Sundin wins the game with 500 in this terrific career.
And just this season, he passed another one of his predecessors as the franchise's all-time leading scorer.
Center scores! Matt Sundin is going to get this one! The point, the goal, everything. Daryl Sittler's record for points has been eclipsed.
In 2009, Sundin will stand alongside George Armstrong as the longest-serving captains in franchise history. He will go down as one of the greatest players to ever don the blue and white of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Thank you very much, man.